Hey everyone, how you doing today? I'm Mike.
I'm Jenny.
Pratt Family Homestead. Hey, we're going to bring you another pantry tour. We seem to do these about every 2 years, which is cool because some things change. So we're naming this one the 2020 pantry tour. Granted, it's 2021. It's getting towards the end of, is it getting towards the end of January now? Or middle?
We're over halfway through
We're over half. But we've had this Canuary month going on with Lisa Sutton and her awesome collab, and we're going to put a link to that here, right?
Yep.
So check that out. And so we thought it'd be cool to release this kind of in between our two Canuary videos. Our next video is coming at the end of the month, and we've already put one out.
Yes.
So go check out that playlist and see what that's all about and follow those rules. Hurry, you still got time to go over and enter to win a pressure canner as well. But this looks completely different than it did in 2016 when we did our first pantry, I almost said challenge, our first pantry video. Do you even recall that? I went back and watched the videos.
Oh, I think I kind of remember doing it, but I don't remember.
Do you remember where the video started?
I was on the stairs, right? Oh, I don't know.
I'll give you a hint. We started off talking about spices. So, go check that video. Oh, one more question about the 2016 video.
Oh my gosh.
What was I wearing?
Oh, nope.
Oh, if you think about it, you could probably really, it's very obvious what I'm talking about. Go check out the 2016 video right there. And also, actually, I tell you what, I'll put our pantry playlist right here. So check out the 2016 video. If you want, feel free to fast forward through that and just get an idea what the pantry was then.
It's much smaller.
It was much, the same size, a lot less food on there.
Yes.
And in 2018, I thought we made pretty good gains. 16 to 18, we're gaining, we're doing great. And now I feel like 2020, we have stepped it up again. And we're really filling these shelves up. And it's just something we're super proud of. We got a long ways to go still.
Yeah.
I mean, we could be doing so much more.
Yeah, he does most of it.
Okay, I just directed you towards our pantry playlist, which has about 4 videos, and it is our 2016 or 2018, and some of the work that I've done in the pantry this year, getting these shelves right and everything. In this video, I keep saying, and we got a video for this, and we got a video for that. Better yet, here is our canning playlist. Totally appropriate. The stuff that you see canned in here, if we did a video on it, it should be in that canning playlist. So just go check out that instead of me just raising my arm all the time and saying, hey, we got a video, we have a video. All right? So go check them out. So we're going to talk about some modifications that have happened in here since I've last brought you through here. If you've been following Instagram, please come visit us on Instagram. We'd love to have you over there. You've seen a lot of this, but I would like to get one thing out of the way here real quick. I have yet to earthquake proof these. In part of this remodeling, what I did is I pulled these shelves forward just a hair so there would be enough room for me to run a rail right here. Now, as you probably know, lumber prices right now are not cheap, or hardware prices, as far as I know, all over. My plan before this video was to get some nice 2x4s or something and rip off some strips and put them on here. I'm getting there. I am getting there. Okay. It's only been like 4.5, 5 years. You guys have been warning me about this, but that's about most of the projects Jenny has for me around here. Been waiting just as long. So I'm getting there. We want to take you through and show you just some of the stuff that we have, what we've been canning. Back in 2016, I don't remember about 2018, but we were not even considering canning meats in 2016. I kind of feel like maybe 2018 we did. I have to go back and look at that video. But
I don't think
But
so.
chicken was our first one, and then we didn't do anything for like a year. We just kept it with chicken, and then gangbusters. Soups and everything else. I can't remember if soups and stuff were in the last video. I just can't remember. It was 2018.
I don't think so. I think you started on those in 2019. And
So
really
just the last couple years?
2020, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that is actually sounding kind of right to me as well. Now, we also just put out that video where I asked you guys about horizontally storing your pantry goods or vertically. And that video, the answers came out, interestingly enough, I mean, almost about 50-50 or so. And so I actually taken all the vertical stacking away, except for a couple areas where we had just an overabundance of a couple items, and it made a little more sense to me to vertically stack them. I may end up regretting it, so I might spend another evening out here rearranging stuff once again.
As long as I can reach things.
Yeah.
I'm short, so
right, and that was
I have to like monkey climb to get some of it. So as long as I can reach what I'm going for, like
right.
It is what it is, you know.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw the vertical video or not, but that was the whole point of my video was Jenny and the kids, I mean, I can reach almost to the top shelf up there, but Jenny and the kids can't. And so my whole idea with the vertical stacking was, granted, I'd have to put a lot of time into continuing to dress stuff down, but everything would be accessible to everybody. But I ended up hating how it looked. It was like Tetris. There was this and that, and it just didn't present itself well, and I didn't like it. And I agreed with most of the comments that commented about that. So, all right, hun, what's our first vertical item?
Chicken.
The chicken. We have tons of canned chicken. Actually, we're running out of it pretty quick.
We are.
But
we have 2019 and 2020.
What's the difference between these two?
Well, we obviously need another jar over here.
I've got to dress them down.
And not reach. So 2019, we did bone in. You can kind of see the drumstick here, thigh here. Whereas this year we went ahead and took the time to cut it up into chunks and get it off the bone. It's a lot nicer to work with for fast meals, and that's what we used to do, but we used to can it in pints. But pints is not enough meat for us anymore, so we went to quarts, which is about 2 pounds of chicken.
Which is still not enough a lot of times.
Depending how it's made, no, it's not.
I'd like to point something out to people real quick. The temperature in here, nothing else is correct. Oh no, that date is correct, isn't it? 118?
Yes.
The temperature is 39.5 degrees in here.
And then the other thing too, you can see that we only did wide mouth this year, whereas last year we did regular mouth, which also makes it really hard when you're trying to pull out chicken legs and chicken thighs because it's not very big, but we didn't have any wide mouth available when we did it, so we just worked with what we had.
And everybody talks about canning meat in wide mouths, and especially with that bone in, we highly recommend it with the bone in especially.
Yeah.
What do we have?
We have lots of green beans. Now these are actually from 2018. These ones.
Those are your favorite, right?
No, these ones are pole beans.
Oh, right. I can see by looking at them that they're pole beans.
They're flatter. They're wider.
I don't think we have any of your bush beans. Maybe this year, there.
Yeah, right here.
But this year, we're going to try and use these up first because I canned these kind of cold. And I think that led to a lot of the liquid siphoning out. But I'm sorry, go ahead, babe.
So these are Kalima bush beans. And yeah, these are my favorite green beans to grow. But what we did this year, because they came in such weird amounts, like we wouldn't have enough for a big batch, is we froze all the green beans. And then Mike pulled them out of the freezer and then canned them. So that's why they were cold going in. I don't think we're going to do that again. So this is tomato sauce. This is not seasoned or anything like that. This is just tomato sauce. We've got quarts. We've got pints. Some of this is store-bought. Some of this is homegrown. I accidentally, doing one of my store orders, I accidentally bought 3 of the giant cans of tomato sauce. And I had like one recipe planned where I needed a cup. So to use up the rest, I just went ahead and canned it into sizes that we needed. And
we have videos on that.
It worked out very well because we actually didn't have any sauce at that time. It worked out perfectly. So then the rest of it is homegrown. And then we have even more pints way up here on the top shelf. So as these get used, then that will be Mike's job to pull those down.
Let's get the very top shelf out of the way first. Okay. What's up there?
This is all rendered down lard.
And I believe that is all 3 quarts deep. I believe. It might be short on a little. And all of that is also, I'm going to call it back fat or the other fat. It's not the leaf lard.
Yeah, and then we have the extra tomato sauce, and then we have the leaf lard that is rendered down that Mike actually just recently did.
What's that first one, though?
The first one is duck fat from John at our Hodgepodge Homestead.
Our good buddy John Crabb from our Hodgepodge Homestead gave us some duck fat, which is just awesome. I'm drawing a blank. I think there's a name for it. I'm drawing a blank at the moment. And then we have one more thing on the top shelf. The leaf lard will be used like for biscuits and pie crust and stuff like that. And then
we have some water.
We have water. One of the canners didn't have much in it, so for the first time we decided to can some water. And I'm glad we did, although we ended up running real short on lids this year.
Yeah.
And luckily, we never really stopped canning. We kept finding some here and there and finding other options.
Just enough to keep going.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
So here next to the green beans, we have split pea and ham soup.
One of my favorites. One of the videos of doing the construction of this, doing some work in here, I made a pot of that out on the stove while I was doing the video and had it for lunch. Yep. One of my favorites.
And then some of the sliced green tomatoes. Those are kind of extras. We have some lower down here so they're easier to grab, but we are not going to go through all these very quickly, so the rest we put up a little bit higher.
Thank you, a farm girl in the making, for giving me the idea of canning those green tomatoes.
Yeah, he's loving that. Goat stew, made from goats that Mike harvested from our farm here. And ham and bean soup.
Ham from our farm here.
Yep. And
goat
burger.
Goat burger. Goat harvested. Goat burger soup. Basically hamburger soup made with goat meat.
Yeah.
That I harvested here.
And this is the hamburger soup with venison meat that
I also harvested with the minivan.
Yes. While we were cutting up chicken.
Yeah, that's right. We were bagging up chicken that night, cutting it up.
And then this is pork verde chili.
I have gotten so many good comments in our Facebook group. I did a video on it and everything else. There's so many positive things about that pork verde chili that, right? I did a video on it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that website has since shut down.
Yeah.
And I didn't save the recipe. Because if I remember right in the video, I'm not giving exact things. Right. Or possibly I am. I'll have to go back and look at the video, but it's time to make some more. I need to make some more.
Okay, and then this is Mexican turkey.
One last one. Pretty sure I did a video on that too.
And chicken noodle soup without the noodle.
Right. I think the ball book calls it chicken soup.
Yeah, chicken soup.
And what we have started doing is the kids don't like soup. So what we do is we serve them casserole.
Yeah.
So there's about, there's about 1.5 cups to 2 cups of liquid in there. Mm-hmm. So we will add 1.5 cups or so of rice to make it into a casserole. Yeah, when it's boiling to heat up, we'll add the rice and then it's all just done. Bam.
And they eat it that way.
And they do eat it that way because it's not soup.
And then we have potatoes, just white russet potatoes. These are the ones that you just recently did.
These aren't, but these are the ones I just recently did.
Yeah, with the new lids.
With the new lids. And my understanding with these looking so starchy, I put in a lot of work for these ones not to look starchy, and they look exactly the same as the ones that had no work put into them. But my understanding is the russets are just a super starchy potato, and this is going to happen. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that is my understanding.
And then our lonely corn.
Yeah, we don't do so good with the corn stuff.
These are Fiesta Beans. They're actually from 2018. And then we have Salsa Verde.
And that's not made with tomatillos or anything. That is green tomato salsa. I'm actually not a huge fan of it, tell you the truth.
Sketty sauce. Not spaghetti sauce. It's just sketty sauce.
Wow, that looks an awful lot like my writing.
Huh, I wonder why. So, yeah, we turned some of the tomato sauce, went ahead and seasoned it and turned it into spaghetti sauce. We had quite a bit more of this, but we've already used it. And then this is pizza sauce. Same thing, we just flavored it to be more of a pizza sauce.
Actually, we used Mrs. Wages on that. That was our first time trying Mrs. Wages.
Yeah.
Or was that the pizza, or was that the sauce? No, that was the
Mrs. Wages.
It was the pizza sauce. Yeah.
Yep. And then, like, pickles. So
pickles are old.
These are from 2016.
Which we just did that taste test from.
a little dusty.
I didn't realize there was another 2016 out here. I thought it was the only one.
That one's... that's the only jar from 2020 that managed to get canned. That's right. These are a hamburger dill. These are also from 2016, and we are not fond of these.
Looks like we need to go through and pick some food.
There's only 4 left. We kind of suffer through them because they're canned. They're ours, so we're gonna eat them. But they're most definitely not our favorite. So we are suffering through them, but we have been eating them. So down here we have fresh produce, obviously from the store. There's snow on the ground. We're not growing anything right now. Some parsley, cauliflower, cabbage, tomatoes, peppers, lettuce. There's broccoli in the bag. We're hiding it from the light to help keep it from discoloring. But it's 39 degrees out here, so it keeps the veggies and stuff nice and fresh for a long time, and it helps to keep the refrigerator space open for meals and stuff like that. So we love that we can use this space for fresh produce throughout the winter. So then over here by the Salsa Verde, we have spicy salsa, jalapenos in oil.
Right, that's something that Lisa Sutton had posted in her group, Sutton's Days group, that became an approved method through one of the universities, I forget. So,
and then there's cowboy candy and cowboy candy sauce.
Yeah, this is just leftover that didn't go in here with the cowboy candy. So with pickled eggs and stuff, the USDA, the National Center for Home Food Preservation, did I get that right on the first try?
I think so.
Nice. They recommend keeping your pickled eggs refrigerated. But as we've already pointed out, the temperature out here is below 40 degrees. We've been keeping our pickled eggs out here. I got a couple different things going here. In this one, I believe what I did in this one is straight smoked vinegar. That's all that's in this one. This one is a pineapple recipe off of the USDA's website, off the National Center of Home Food Preservation's website. This one, oh my gosh, I gotta look it up. I forget what it is.
Oh, well, it's obviously onions.
I forget what the flavoring was though. That one I'm gonna go back on Instagram. I'm gonna flash it up for you guys because I know I put it on Instagram. These ones that should be inside. We should be eating them right now. These are soy sauce eggs. Oh my gosh, are soy sauce eggs amazing? Amazing! I love soy sauce. And then in here is in just a couple days, what's that? About 8 days. We're gonna open this and do a taste test. 4 months old. I have packed all kinds of heat into here. All kinds of heat. We put a post on Instagram back on 9/26 about what's in here if you want to go find that. And then we have another one. I did another packed with Frank's hot sauce. Well, these are just out here sitting. We could dig into most of these anytime. We have a video on this. This is one of our most popular videos on YouTube, is Frank's. Although in that one, I use half vinegar and half Frank's. This is straight Frank's. Frank's Red Hot. So, whew. Oh, and we have more of our pickled goods here too that continued on from the pickles. Some pickled veggies. I'm also not a fan of these, but at least Faith likes those. These are some pickled garlic scapes. We have some pickled beets back here that somebody gave us as a gift. And continuing on with the pickle stuff, we have some relish that Jenny made that everybody likes, right? Mm-hmm. I think we might just do like jelly jars next time, right? Cause
yeah, that's a lot.
A pint of relish is a lot for us. And then, oh yeah, TJ did this taco sauce. This is kind of our condiments area. We have a video on this as well. TJ did a video on this taco sauce. Good stuff. I think we make another batch. We might mess with the flavoring a little bit more, but we strictly followed the recipe on that one. And then some sweet hot that we got from a friend. Do you remember?
I think it came from your dad's friend.
Oh, my dad's friend. That's right. And then some more relish back in there. And then last year, I went on a jelly and jam kick like you wouldn't believe. We're not going to go through all these. But this was one of the first ones I did. Was a cran, raspberry, blackberry. Phenomenal. And then Faith really got into it with me.
Yeah,
Faith was doing jams. She had them all set out to go to fair this year. We had a special place that she set her jams to go to fair so that nobody messed with them. And then COVID came and the fairs all closed down. So I'll have Jenny continue on with the rest of this here in just a second, but we are also working on creating other stores. I mean, I'm not going to go through all the grocery items we have down here, but different kinds of beans, some chickpeas. Jenny's really been into chickpeas lately. Lima beans. Jenny loves lima beans. Some canned fruit and stuff. Just, upping our stores. And if you saw the one video, I had made these shelves come out double wide, and I loved it at first. It was just phenomenal. But then trying to get down here and get into the back of here for something if needed, I don't know. As we run out of space, I may add those 3 shelves back in. I might. I don't know. But, and then of course, we are affiliates. You can find the link in the description. It helps out a lot if you ordered your Redmond Real Salt from us. That'd be great. Just use code PRATTFAM10 and you'll get 15% off, or follow the link and you should automatically get 15% off. So I think that covers that. I've got all the canning stuff down here, which I'm going to be rearranging. We got Instapot and canners. I got the Amish canner. We got 3 water bath canners and 2 pressure canners. I think we're into canning.
Just a little bit. I never would have guessed.
I also just put these shelves over here. I didn't have time to organize it very well before the video. This is kind of the canning area with some of the pop that we drink underneath it. But canning lids. These are the Harvest Guard lids. We are also just became affiliates of that. I like them. It's still taking some time getting used to. But this is where kind of the canning stuff is going. And I have some canning overflow on the very top shelf over there. If you're interested in the Harvest Guard lids, these potatoes that I worked on here not long ago, we just put up a video about these. So you can see our very first time ever using these. You can go check out that video. Not to get away, but while we have the light on and everything, this is where... Back here, a lot of people have told us this is where we should keep all of our canning goods. And I do not disagree. We could have all kinds of room back here. I mean, it would be insane. But
it's nice walking in and seeing it here, though.
I agree.
I love being able to walk in from the garage and there's all of our good stuff.
Plus, you don't have to come down the stairs to get anything.
Yeah, because this floor is really cold.
But we store all of our jars stacked, but we store them upside down. It really helps just to keep them clean. We store them upside down, empty boxes, and then all this other stuff could go out on the other shelves. But this is just what we're doing in here right now. And I've got this cleaned up, and I added some more shelves in here for more space as well. But this room may very likely become a cow hanging room. We're having trouble getting cows into the butcher, or pigs for that matter. Yeah, but the cows will want to hang. And I believe these walls are insulated. I would have to take that off to verify that. But get one of those CoolBot deals and run an air conditioner in here and keep it cold while the cow's hanging. Actually, we might have like 2 or 3. Obviously, it'd be quarters. We'd be hanging quarters in here, obviously. Yeah. But that might end up being what we have to use this room for.
Okay, so this is turkey stock, and I think we've got one turkey.
I think that's 4 turkeys.
4 turkey. I thought there was a ham in there, but we must be out of ham stock. So turkey stock, and then chicken stock here. And then this is the yummy stuff that you watched us can earlier. If you're following Canuary.
Yep, just last week on Canuary.
Pulled pork. And then these are some pork chops that we had that might cut off the bone and then canned. Those are actually really good. And I think this is ham cubes. Yep, ham cubes as well.
Okay, disclaimer. There's some controversy. You're not supposed to can cured meats. So that's all I got to say about that. You're not supposed to can cured meats, but I canned ham. So you make your decision.
This is pork in French onion soup.
Yep, we did a couple of those.
Yep. This is Mike's section. This is goat meat.
All of that is goat meat, also done in semi-vertical. Each one's a little different.
Sesame oil.
Sesame oil, goat meat.
Mexican
seasoning that TJ actually made the Mexican seasoning as well.
Worcestershire sauce, red pepper flakes.
And then
I can't reach.
I'm not gonna go grab them all, but I seasoned. Oh, this is my barbecue rub, and then up top is some plain. Oh. So all of these I could probably turn each of these jars into probably 3 lunches. The way I eat, maybe 1 or 2, but
to take to work.
Take to work. So it's all good. It's up there. Jenny and the kids won't eat goat, although the kids, if I'm cooking something and the kids smell it, they're like, yeah, Dad, I'll try it. I don't care what it is.
Yeah. These are apples with red hots, like a red hot sauce. Red hot apples.
Yep.
We use it on pancakes, waffles, French toast, ice cream.
By themselves.
In yogurt,
yeah,
whatever.
Yeah.
And then we have cinnamon applesauce and plain applesauce.
This is our first year canning applesauce. Or all these apple things are from this year. A lot of this stuff is most of this stuff is all from this year. But
yeah, because we went and bought 80 pounds of apples this year to can a variety of apple stuff. So, which works out great because we've got kids in braces, so the teeth are sensitive sometimes. And this is nice and soft stuff for them. So.
The kids have given a definite thumbs up on the applesauce for sure. Well, all of it really, but.
And then these are just like apple chunks to use either, for whatever, on top of stuff or to make a pie filling or whatever we wanted for it. Peaches. We actually canned these a couple years ago. 2018.
Got those from a farm market right down the road.
Yep. And I like using them for like peach crisp, peach cobbler kind of thing. Yummy, yummy. This is raspberry pie filling. These are spiced apples. The kids really like this, especially in yogurt. But you've also used them on oatmeal bars. Mm-hmm. And yeah, so those are really good. A spiced apple, I mean, it just gives it a lot different flavor. There's cloves and cinnamon and no.
Oh, do you like it too?
They were good, yeah. I like them in stuff. I don't like eating them by themselves. But I like them in stuff. Right. And then this is apple pie filling.
That turned out good.
This did, yeah. And then cans whole strawberries. We went to a local strawberry farm and went picking for the first time.
So we also have a lot of strawberry jam down here.
Yeah.
But when I canned these, I obviously didn't pack them in there good enough. We had tomatoes one year that looked that way.
And then just some extra pickles.
Overflow pickles, yep.
And then the little bit of overflow canning supplies that Mike had mentioned.
So if you remember, all these shelves in the past videos and up until just about, 2 months ago, Jenny?
Yeah.
They all had spacing like this. So quart jars were fitting in here like this. A lot of people say they stack their goods. We don't stack. I know a lot of people leave their rings on and they stack. We don't do that. So I ended up putting all these shelves in here, and I think I got some decent spacing so that that you can get jars in and out, and there's not too much wasted space. And like I said earlier, I took these 3 deep shelves out and left it a single shelf. And then I had to, because I didn't shrink these shelves up, I had to build this shelf in here to hold all these jams and everything. My sister actually sent us home with a bunch of these. But so we got all these shelves lowered, and it just kind of worked out great because they're all just about the same height. I believe they're 7.5 inches. I don't know why that's in my head. I don't remember now, but I believe they're 7.5 inches. And we have a lot more space to put stuff. So I need to start canning a lot more stuff. Also, right outside the door here, going into the garage, is this little potato and onion bin. Obviously some lights getting in the front there a little bit and stuff. But those are all onions that we grew and harvested this year.
Some of them are the kids. They grew their own. They had their own rows where they grew their own whatever it was that they wanted. And it was their responsibility to go weed and harvest and everything. So some of those onions are from the kids. They had a great onion. I mean, we all had a great onion harvest this year, but they were super excited to be able to go get their own. And they would run out every day and eat the peas and the beans and everything off. They never actually put any food away except the onions because they ate all of it. But
hey,
that's okay.
You've made a great point. What is something they don't see in jars up there?
You don't see peas. We could never grow enough peas for them to stay out of them and actually
including me.
Yeah, and actually make it into a jar. They walk by and they just
grab fistfuls and eat them while we're outside.
okay. So I'll always have to buy peas.
So we'll have to like just always grow like quadruple or something.
Even then, y'all will eat them.
We will. All right, everyone. Thanks for stopping by and checking out the pantry tour. Hope you enjoyed it. This has probably been a long video, so if you're still here, we really appreciate that. You got anything?
No.
Jenny is froze. So am I. Honestly, so am I. I'm froze, ready to go back inside because it is 39 degrees out here. So thanks for hanging out. We did forget to show you one area where we store more groceries. I'm going to show you that right now as we're closing out. But it's right level with the stairs, right below the green beans and everything where Jenny started, right below the produce. So I'll show you guys out here in a second. So really appreciate you guys hanging out, and we'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.